Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I am finally returning to you for part 2 of the Decent to Good Albums of 2021 video. And like I said, this is for part 2 of Decent to Good Albums of 2021 video. So I'm going to continue where I left off from, which was number 55 last time for Weezer Van Weezer. And let you know which spot from 54 to whichever number I get to it'll be. So let's start at number 54 with in this part or whatever for Doja Cat Planet Her. Now, I did not think Doja Cat's new album would make my decent to good albums, but I was really surprised. This album was decent. Woman was not a bad song. Some of Doja Cat's rapping, yeah, I can understand why there's a bit of cringe with her rapping. Get Into It, yeah, no, don't like that song, honestly. It's very bad. Uh, I Need to Know was pretty solid track. Uh, some sexual lyricism in it, but that's the whole point with Doja Cat, I guess you could say. Um, then there's I Don't Do Drugs with Ariana Grande in the song. And that was a very interesting song, but the title alone kind of makes it seem like she's lying to herself. I guess you could say. I'm like, bitch, please, you do take drugs. Or do drugs. At least pot. Mostly. And yeah. But pretty much Kiss Me More was not a bad track. Sorry, the laptop needs to update again. Um, yeah, Kiss Me More was pretty good. It wasn't a bad song to end the album. Then there's the song with Young Thug in it, Payday. Didn't like it as much. It was fine with Doja Cat singing, but when Young Thug came in the song, it really ruined it for me. And the N, the NAS song or whatever, was not very good. Honestly, I just couldn't stand it. But Imagine was a pretty interesting song. I really liked that one. So yeah, this album didn't do too bad. So at number 54, I picked Doja Cat with Planet Her. At number 53 is JoJo with Trying Not to Think About It EP. Now this is an extended play, but I usually count extended plays, mixtapes, and all that on to my end of the year videos and all that. If you're familiar with my channel, I count those. But still, it was a decent album, or decent EP, I should say. It's not very long. I think it's like 9 songs, but a consisting time of 33 minutes. I can't remember. It's been a little bit since I've heard that EP, but there were some songs I did enjoy from it. So I can't think of them of mind or whatever, but for now, I gave it a 7 out of 10 because there were some songs that were decent, and then there were some songs that were pretty good. So, yeah, number 53 is JoJo with Trying Not to Think About It EP. Number 52 is Yes with The Quest. Now I know what you're going to say. Some classic rock fans are going to be disappointed that I put it on this list. I personally didn't find it to be my favorite album this year. The Ice Bridge, even though it's grown on me, I know they're a industrialized rock band or whatever they define themselves as in their genre or whatever, but some of the melodies in most of these songs were not impressive to me, if you get where I'm coming from. But that's just my opinion and my take on what I think of Yes. But they made it at the 52nd spot, so it's a decent album. It's grown a little apart from me. in a way to where I'm like, maybe I don't like this album as much as I thought I did, or I was trying to like it to please a certain audience, but I can't lie to myself and say, look, I'm gonna like what they like. So I'm gonna have my own opinion about things, and this album was decent. So at number 52, I picked Yes with the Quest. I just wanted to be 100% honest with my honest opinion on what I thought of the album, and I think it's a decent album. It's not fantastic. I'm not a huge fan of the singer and how he sings in this whole album, but it grows on you with certain songs, but for what it is, yeah, it's a decent album. So at number 52 is Yes with the Quest. Number 51 is Bad Wolves with Dear Monsters. Now, I thought this was going to be a really good album. I was a little bit disappointed with this one. This time around with Bad Wolves. I know they just got a new singer, Daniel. Uh, and he's pretty good singing. Just not really feeling for this album as much. There's too much melodic songs in this album. I know there's some songs that have grown on me, like Comatose, and Gone was not a bad one. Not my personal favorite, but I did like On the Case. That was really good. And so was House of Cards. In the Middle's not a bad way to end the album, but not the perfect song. Springfield Summer. I think the drum work and guitar work in it's great. The way Daniel's singing the song, I'm not sure if I'm feeling for it, because it sounds rockish country or country rock that it's going for, and that's not their style. So yeah. Sacred Kiss was good. Never Be the Same was good. And there were some other tracks on the album that did really well. And sorry, my phone is blowing up right now. If you can hear it in the background, I was just looking at it to make sure if it was a text or not. But yeah, at number 51, I picked Bad Wolves with Dear Monsters. Number 50 is Drake with Certified Lover Boy. Did not like Way Too Sexy. It was a horrible ass song, and Future was sucking in the song, as always. So was Drake. And Drake has been a piss poor artist nowadays. It's a shame. I know, I liked him with what was it, the album Views or whatever. I think that's what the album was called. And that was a alright album. Yeah, I'm getting a text message or whatever. So give me a moment while I check it real quick, and then I'll return to you to finish out this video. Sorry about that, guys. I'm getting a text message or whatever from a friend of mine. So if you hear another noise, it's because he's messaging me back. So please forgive me on the background noise with the text message dings. But yeah, Drake's Certified Lover Boy. Not my personal favorite album, but I think the other songs did a little better. But for what this album was going for, it didn't make it on my best albums. It made it at this certain spot due to certain songs that I kind of enjoyed. So at number 50, I picked Drake with Certified Lover Boy. Number 49 is 21 Pilots with Scaled and Icy. Now, this was a decent album. Uh, I did not like Saturday. It was not a good song, and sorry about the ding. Um, yeah, Scaled and Icy was, there were some songs on there, like Good Day, with the homie just sued me lyric. I was like, ooh. And then Low Key lyric. And I'm like, okay, is he trying to rhyme or something with how he's singing? Tyler Joseph is, I guess. So, yeah, but Saturday was one of their worst songs to date. And it's a shame. Never Take It was not bad. Redecorate's one of my favorite songs. So is Shy Away. Choker has grown on me, but not to the point where I really love it. So 4 out of 5 for that one. I'm gonna stick with that rating. Um, and yeah, Scaled and Icy, The Outside, and Mulberry Street was pretty solid. Not great, but solid. Formidable was solid. Bounce Man, I'm not feeling for it as much. So it's okay, but it's not perfect in any way. And No Chances and Redecorate, like I said, best songs to close out the album. So decent album. It made it at my number 49th spot on my decent to good albums of 2021. So at number 49 is 21 Pilots with Scaled and Icy. At number 48 is Danny Elfman with Big Mess. Now, I thought this album was going to grow on me a lot more. There were some songs that really grew apart for me. Like Love in the Time of COVID. Kind of a cringy song, honestly. And the way Danny Elfman is singing the song, it sounds weird. And Insects was a little annoying, honestly. And there was Sorry, which I kind of enjoyed that song. We Belong was pretty nice. Happy is weird with how he's singing it, but I think towards the second half of the song it gets better. But the first half is a little weird and wonky. So yeah, Danny Elfman Big Mess was a decent album. It's not perfect in any way. I'm dragging the rating down to a 7 out of 10 now because it was decent this year. It was one of the decent albums this year. So at number 48, I picked Danny Elfman with Big Mess. That is going to be it for part 2 of the decent to good albums of 2021 video. I probably will be returning to you in a little while for the third part. I gotta go do some chores and all that. So I'm gonna be a little busy uh, during the rest of the afternoon. So if you don't see the next video in a little while, it's because I'm doing chores still, and I will be doing part 3 as soon as I can. So just bear with me on me getting to part 3 of decent to good albums of 2021 video for part 3, of course. So you may see it around 5:30 or so for the next part when I record it, and then I'll upload it afterwards. So stay safe, guys. Take care, and as always, I'll see you in my next uh part for decent to good albums of 2021 video.